Had a little bit of a fall there, didn't continue after that. Just what happened there?
Just, experienced a little bit of hamstring tightness. Just kind of tweaked it a little bit. I was running so fast, man. But no, I just didn't want to, risk anything further.
Right, so it was just precautionary.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm good. Good.
How do you feel like you were able to do up there before that happened?
I think I was good. I had one drop, like kind of got me. They had me redo it, and they told me, my route was good. So, I felt like the things that I did do, I did them well.
All in all, seemed like a good day for Dwayne. What's it like for you to get to be a part of that?
Oh, it's incredible, man. Just because, I think he's the #1 quarterback in this draft class, and just be able to, kind of contribute to, him looking good. It's pretty fun.
What do you think when you see everybody talking about Kyler Murray all of a sudden? Do you feel like they're forgetting about Dwayne?
Yeah, man, I think they've kind of been forgetting about Dwayne, since he's kind of been here. Especially in the Heisman, you would turn on the Heisman, watch it, you wouldn't see Dwayne. But, I think he just continues to prove everyone wrong. He continues to check boxes and continues to show that he is the #1 quarterback.
What about yourself in this wide receivers draft? I mean, it's pretty wide open, but it seems like since the Combine, you've kind of entered that discussion of, top player at that position. What has just been your thoughts on your kind of rise in the past month?
Well, first of all, it's all been a blessing. Just coming from Ohio State, you get a different kind of feel from coaches and things of that nature. But just from where I was, I'm the H-back that can only get reverses and things of that nature. Then the Combine happens, and I look like one of the best route runners out there. It's just all a blessing. It's all a testament to the work that's been put in, and testament to my coaching staff here. So, I think it only goes up from here.
When you talk to coaches from NFL teams, do they bring that up? I mean, what is the feedback been like about your development as a receiver?
Yeah, for sure. So, a lot of coaches actually come up to me and say that they can tell that I've been working on things and that I look very improved. Even at the Combine, a lot of coaches were saying that good route here. I like the way you came out this route, so it's just good, information to gather for sure.
Is that weird, just given what you've done the last 2 years? I mean, even last year, 2 years ago, when you were hurt for those games,
right?
You still one of the top receivers on one of the top offenses. I mean, is it weird that there's that perception?
I mean, it's not really weird, but I mean, I just kind of understand where they're coming from. I did play H here. It is kind of a limited position and certain things to do, but if you haven't seen it, you don't know. So just me being able to put it on film, do it at the Combine, it was a huge plus for me.
You talk about scouts noticing your development. How much of that do you credit to Brian Hartline and his work that he put in with you guys over this past season?
Oh, a ton of them all. And, it's kind of weird, how everything went down and how it happened, but I think it was a blessing in disguise, not just for myself, but for Terry, for Johnny. He really helped us a lot. I think we're just seeing the game differently. And, I think that, from our previous coaches, that we were heading the right direction. When Coach Hartline stepped in, it's kind of just added, since his experience in the game, him playing the game, him doing the game, it's kind of just helped out a little bit.
What's next for you going forward? I mean, what teams have you set up visits with, workouts with, just with kind of what your next steps going forward?
So I got some top 30 visits scheduled. I have 2 scheduled. One with Seattle and the other with New Orleans. I know my agent's probably blowing my phone up right now, just with visits and things of that nature. So yeah.
You mentioned Terry and Johnny. What's it like for you to see both of those guys have such good performances at the Combine and start to have more people talk about them? Yeah,
it's great. Just because I look at those guys, like they should be in the bunch as well as some of the top receivers in this class. It's kind of you don't get as much hype, when it's a 6-man rotation at a school and everyone's making plays. So it's just great for them because personally, I knew that they would, show out at the Combine, show out here. Terry's just been killing it, killed it at the Senior Bowl. Johnny was supposed to play in the NFLPA and got sick. He's had his opportunities and he's just been killing it. So both of them are making huge steps.
When you're meeting with scouts, are they asking you about those guys too? What's Terry like? What's Johnny like? What's Dwayne
for
like?
Sure. They definitely want to know. Just get a different perspective. And, since I'm so close to them, they definitely want to hear my opinion.
You get a little sentimental knowing that today, final time, you three are going to be up there catching passes from Dwayne?
Yeah, for sure. Those are guys that, that'll be my best friends forever. For time to come, I love those guys. And I'm sure, in future off season, we'll be somewhere training together for sure.
So you still do interviews together when you can?
Oh, yeah, for sure. As much as possible. Definitely.
Yep.
So a lot of us knew you were going to ball out at the combine. I think the nation kind of got put on watch.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's for real.
Yeah.
And to go through that, and then to be, like Garrett mentioned, among first-round discussion, just a kid from Akron.
Right.
How does it feel?
Like I said, man, it's a blessing. You know, all credit to God, all glory to God. But like I said, it's a tribute to not only him, but the work that's been put in. Obviously, I've been training for those things, and I've been, I've heard the knocks that he can't run routes and things of that nature. So, it was all about just putting no film in, making it happen, and allowing scouts to see it. So when it did, it wasn't a surprise to me. I know it was already written.
And how does it feel?
Oh, it was great, man. I'm just kind of enjoying the process. I think a lot of guys kind of lose sight that, since we were young kids, this was a dream of ours. So they let all the meetings, all the traveling, kind of get to them. But I'm just enjoying the process, man, and enjoying the blessing.